Hello, welcome back for another video whiskey review with me, the Whiskey Snob. You might notice today that I've got two bottles of Laphroaig 18 in front of me. You will notice some differences in the bottles. This is the newer release of the 18, and this is the older release, the older label. This one comes in a green tube, this one comes in a white tube packaging. I will do a side-by-side at some point, but I just wanted to let you guys know that today I'll be tasting the older release, which happens actually to be my favourite, my preference of the both. So I'll just get rid of that one. See you later. And we'll just get cracking in. Now, if you don't know much about whiskey, or you're new to whiskey and you're coming across different types of whiskey, you notice that there are some smoky, some peated, some unpeated, some floral, and obviously this is due to the different regions of Scotland that produce whiskey, and they have a sort of signature. Laphroaig is from Islay, which is an island off the west coast of Scotland. Notoriously, the island produces peated whiskies purely for the fact that back in the day, it was their primary fuel source. Being separate from the mainland, there was no coal, there were no coal mines, so to heat water, to to burn fuel, their only fuel source was this peat, which they dug up from the ground. It's rotting vegetation that's been sitting there, over thousands and thousands of years. I know it sounds disgusting, but actually, it's science. So, not to wasting too much time on those sort of things, I want to jump straight in. Like I said, I really do enjoy Laphroaig as a brand and distillery. I have probably about maybe 10 different expressions from Laphroaig, and maybe a total of 30 or 40 bottles. Probably 40 bottles of my collection consists of Laphroaigs. Obviously multiples of some of the expressions. This happens to be one of my favorites. It's a shame that it's, there are less and less being available because it's the older release. But when you jump in on a nose day, it's unmistakable that peat, iodine, TCP, it's that signature iodine peat from Islay that I absolutely adore. The one thing I do love about this Laphroaig 18 is that there's a certain sweetness to it. There's beautiful stewed pears on the nose, really caramelized. It really sort of does something to my sensory glands, especially my nose. It brings back all these different memories from like pear cobblers with vanilla ice cream. Absolutely wonderful. And there's some honey roasted ham, lots of vanilla. Really such a delight to nose. This is a whiskey that I could sit there all night long with my nose stuck in the glass and, without taking a sip, have a huge smile on my face. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's not strong. It's not a strong whiskey. You can nose it. It's only 48% in alcohol. You could have a few of these in a night and not be worried. Absolutely adorable. And I'm just going to go ahead and taste it for you guys now. Absolutely wonderful. Wow, straight away that peat, heavy smoke, lots of lovely spices. The sweetness from the pear is still there. Again, you can taste some bacon, some tobacco ash, some black peppercorn, actually red peppercorn. And again, a little bit of toffee. A little bit of that peppercorn just continues, and that smoke, that cigar smoke, just lingers all the way into the finish. Keeps it nice and warm. The spices are there on the palate. It just continues to linger on and on and on. The sweetness from the pears is still there, but this time not. I wouldn't say on the palate. I wouldn't say it's stewed pears. It's more like fresh pear, but sweet, ripe pears. fantastic. Definitely go out and buy as many of these as you can find. It comes in a green tube. It comes in a green tube, not the one in white tube. It comes in a green tube, and the label is like this. This is the older 18. Nothing against the newer 18. It's fantastic, but it doesn't have some of the sweetness characters in there. If you find tubes of it, buy it. Even if you don't want it for yourself, buy them for me. I'll take them off your hands. That's how serious I am about this whiskey. Once again, thank you very much for joining me for another video tasting. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the videos, and please leave any comments that you might have. Thank you. Bye-bye.